Not looking... What?
Taking the cool way down. Catch you later, Andrea.
Hmm? Yes?
What's up?
Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir. And given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, diviner?
Work on the morning device must proceed.
Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible.
What do you think?
To get through.
Is the experiment going to be on one of
The
those
beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift
Starfield,
contraption to redirect grav drive
shrine
energy
things,
to see if we could penetrate the barrier,
the
but
spinning circle
the
things?
project came
It's
to
going to
a
all
halt.
come around in a big old loop.
Politics got in the way. Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and every one realized they could potentially use it for leverage.
Okay, I get it.
What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations.
The three houses
And so,
all need to cooperate,
construction never began.
so
We
need
have
to
sat
do
here,
favors for all
staring
three
at
of
this
them until they
disaster
agree.
as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating.
I've been here 10 minutes and the council's already annoying.
I don't disagree, but allow me to impart some advice. Most would consider that disloyal, possibly even heresy. Keep that kind of talk to yourself.
Yeah.
I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the council has likely
true,
sent
but you
word to
can't
the
say it.
houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process.
Yep. I'll get right on that.
I appreciate that someone around here is eager to get to work. House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help
Okay.
me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker, and for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed now that this happened over the last
12,000
few weeks, but I have
and,
still spent some time
Shimas.
doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. Yeah, if only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this. I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version
Well, yeah, I've
of
got like
vortex
15 of those in my pocket.
Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance.
Ooh.
Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy.
Weak points, you
We
mean?
have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, If you find yourself out in the field, I believe
We
they
found
could
these
have
crystals from another
more
universe.
practical
They make pretty good
applications.
explosives. Unproven technology against enemies from outside our universe? Sounds like a great plan.
I do hope you are not questioning the thoroughness of my research. I assure you, they will work.
Yeah, they'll explode.
The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And, depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage.
Okay, you now craft grenades. Cool.
Yes, depending. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that
Oh
has
my
happened
gosh,
over the last
he's got
few
so
weeks,
much
but
dialogue.
I have still spent some... These phantoms, the vortex.
Okay. That was just a loop. Okay, the three houses. It's a trope that I've seen a few times. I don't think I'm trying to think, was something kind of like this the plot of the Nuka World DLC? I hardly remember anything from that, if I'm being honest, but... Let's see. Stealth. Boxing. More health. I really didn't upgrade my health at all. I was putting too much points into astrodynamics and starship design, I guess. I understand, like, you were probably supposed to play through the game 15 times in order to be able to get all this. And that's why it is the way that it is. Food and drink are 10% more effective. Heal 200 damage. Yeah. Infections, naturally. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, so who's who? Wait, I forgot. Yeah, there should be a 3D map of this place now. And it looks pretty good, if I'm being honest. The Halls of Healing, Alteration Clinic, the Meat House. Ooh, Vethal is the one that's the armory. Oh, this is the massive ship they're talking about. Repository, the Meat House, unknown, unknown. Some stuff out there. There's a few things. Let's go help the armory place. Way Shrine of Redemption. You know what? Yes. Let's go help the people that'll give me guns. Seems like a good idea. Good place to start.
Something disrupts me.
This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to restore the city. Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying them will only last so long.
Victoria is right. I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters
Thanks for the
interfere
follow.
with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire belief system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Vethal name.
You would doom us all with your pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house.
Well, excuse me.
If you are not a member of House Vethal, you do not belong here.
Hello to you too.
Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anasco's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised.
Yep,
And we
that's
do
me.
not need help, especially from an outsider.
Hey, I'm a
Can't
snake.
continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
Okay.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
I don't see how these situations are connected.
And who are you to tell me what is vital and what is not? You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
I have walked the path. I understand Anasco.
Yes, quite the conundrum indeed.
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Varric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if he's become promised, truly his arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste.
Oh,
Tell
see?
me, Diviner,
He can be reasonable.
are you well practiced in discretion?
Demand credits? I don't even know what discretion is.
I have heard reports on Ryujin from the Ministry of Conjunction. This news gives me hope. As Vittoria mentioned,
Did I do anything
my
stealthy
son,
as Ryujin?
Varric, has
I feel like
left.
I fumbled a lot of
Essentially,
stuff.
he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the great serpent as well.
I don't know if I did anything
He is a
stealthy.
traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and
Yeah, I
anger
have the
to
mind
cloud
device.
his judgment.
I have the
What my brother is trying to say is that
the brain control
he
thing.
wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric.
I kept that. You know I
as
kept
if
that.
our house has not suffered enough loss already.
What did he do?
My son denounced the very faith that defines Varun's society. He dared to blame Anasco for the state of Dazra. Dared to call our faith in the Great Serpent blind. It is heresy and punishable by death. Because he let his weakness get the better of him. He sees himself as a prisoner in this life. He runs from a duty that others would spend their lives coveting.
Where else
He is
could he
my
go?
son. He does not get to choose.
Isn't the whole
He was
planet
born
messed
to
up?
inherit my title, and he knows the punishment for refusing to honor it. Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no concept of what the Great Serpent demands of us.
I mean, these other
I
two
do not
also
wish
think it's
that it
extreme.
dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death.
How does his death relate to power grid access?
The shame Varric brought upon this house is immeasurable. It stains the very foundation. I will not act until this house is in order, and its members are properly aligned with the Great Serpent.
That's the excuse.
Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What
you,
about
like-
forgiveness?
Lose
I will
50%
not
of your
risk the ministry's
population?
authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Veric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him.
Okay.
My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Veric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death.
Okay.
Only then will I grant you access to the power grid. There is no other way. The Ministry of State must uphold order, and you will be expected to serve as we all do. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Veric's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate.
Okay, got it. I'll see to it any accomplices are executed.
If they were, they will pay the price.
Boy, all these
And
options
remember,
are just like
absolute discretion. All anyone
complete
needs to know is that you are looking
opposites.
for Veric for personal reasons.
either
I will not
fully
risk word of his
committed,
disappearance, getting out before I can say the situation
fully
has been handled.
zealot, or, you know, reasonable.
Remember, Diviner, that I would ask you to spare my nephew. The serpent guide you.
So many lives lost. This family can't afford another. Vashti was Victor's daughter. We lost her in the accident.
I have returned.
They're just calling it
She
the
and
accident.
Veric were very close.
They've
She
got
was his
the
anchor,
void
voice of reason.
and
I truly
nightmares.
believe if she was still with
They're just
us,
calling it the accident.
Veric would be too.
The great serpent expects full
All must
devotion of
serve.
mind and body from us all. The incident tests everyone in our
You have a
galaxy.
job to do, Diva. Until next time.
Faithful's resolve grows
Okay.
stronger,
Oh, hi,
while
Andre,
the
you
weak fall to
getting caught up?
heresy and doubt. We can only observe.
Yep. Definitely gonna go shoot him in the face. That'll make everybody happy. I imagine it's hard to actually play as a villain in this game. Ow. Like, you'd have no good
Did I get you
companions.
I pray that the great
This
serpent
bar
will
is the
deliver
only
us
thing
from our
keeping many
hardships
people
soon.
sane. Varric? Depends on who's looking for him. And Vi, of course.
I need to kill him. I'm an old friend. You know me. The outsider. The old friend.
Sounds like Varric, at least. Truth is, I haven't seen him for a few days myself. But if you find him, tell him he better come check on his tab. I know he's good for it, but since he gave Eggy permission to use it, it's sky high.
Manipulation.
So that's the truth of it. all right, all right. I'll give you
I
something.
know Andrea doesn't
I
like
don't
me
know
using
where he is.
manipulation.
But there's a man, Dane Salavea. He might know. That one's easy. Dane's a bit of a regular ever since Dasra went to hell. Just wait around a bit, and he's bound to wander in.
What Andrea doesn't know won't hurt her. Oh, that was it?
We lost a lot of good people to the vortex.
Oh.
Bars
So because I was
quieter.
good at bit of dialogue, I didn't have to
One
do
for
the other
me,
ones?
And one for you, Jenna.
No, Eggy. You have already had several.
Ah, what can I say? Nobody makes a drink like you do.
Hope things start looking up soon around here.
Just one more drink.
Are you tame?
Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently?
No. Serpent bless you, I've been shown the right path.
Oh, wow. You really bought in, huh? I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
Wait, you're an hold on. What? You're an outsider? I thought that they just said there were generations since an outsider showed up here. Or do they just mean, like, unexpectedly? A heretic, then.
I guess when you're part of the supply chain, they make a few exceptions. There's not a lot of people in the import-export business when it comes to Dazra, and they aim to keep it that way. But believe me, it wasn't any short amount of time before they let me roam these streets. Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention.
I'm used to having a fan club.
Well, glad Dazra didn't disappoint. Something tells me you aren't kidding. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for? That's so. Well, I guess that depends, diviner. Who wants to know?
I do.
Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son? And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent. And I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day.
You're just gonna leave these people
So if
here
you're
with
feeling
no
generous,
import out
maybe
export?
we can help each other out.
I don't have that kind of money. What? Do I look like I have 620,000 credits on me? I love the fact that I've got so much money, but I'd still rather try and find a way to weasel out of paying.
Sounds like you're out of luck then.
Hiding is punishable by death.
This is sounding more like a house matter to me. And who am I to stand in the way? I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands.
Oh,
Just
so you
not
kind of
sure
just,
where.
like, done that.
But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races.
I work alone, hand it over.
You make it sound creepy. But yeah, for emergencies. Yep, when it comes to my stuff, it's like a package deal. I'm not just gonna hand off valuable tech to some stranger.
Yes, you are.
Oh no, I'm stuck on you until this is over. Let's just say I have an investment to look after. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Head out the western gate.
Proceed.
Again, like, this place, it looks very rocky and not super nice even before everything exploded. Hey, they have breathable air at least. What the heck is that? What am I looking at there? It's whatever this thing is. Huh.
She's got a limited range, so just keep heading northwest of Dazra until we pick something up.
I've got a map marker, so you got it. Actually, are there any, like, crabs to fight around here? 558. 535. Is he gonna be up there? Alright, didn't they add a car or something to this? I'm guessing I don't just have one of those by default. Oh, look at that. What's this thing? Can I pet it? It's an interesting looking animal. As are those things. You know, hopefully they're not hostile or sacred.
Let's get this over.
Whoa! Low grav. I can't remember what gun Andrea has. So I've got 3,000 shots. I may as well. Yeah, let's shoot these rock heads with
Once again, we are triumphant.
lasers. Yeah, physical seems better. Can I use this? I can. Hamadi Station.
Let us
These
hope
groats?
whatever experiments were going on here are not running loose.
Experiments? Why would you say that, Andrea? Wait, zealot? What? What do you mean zealot? I'm confused. What do they mean by zealot? How are we on the Varun planet and still fighting zealots? The crazy ones that survived. Oh my gosh. Is this 10%? Yeah. Sure, why not? I mean, yeah, even the leader of this place was going kind of crazy. Wants to kill his own son. And also, this is not where the thing is taking us, but I'm going to explore up here anyway. At least get the landmark. Am I trying to perseverance? Wait, isn't this the... Wasn't perseverance one of the aspects I chose? What the heck?
I will lead you through.
Redeemed. Oh my gosh. Want to do my thing? Wait. I got some packaged goat meat? There's space weeaboos? Only with unshakable determination will be found worthy. Advanced. It might have some ammo. Let's see. Where does this fit? Thanks for the follow. Where does this one fit? There we go. What the heck? Varun Starstorm. Is that like the minigun? It only does 4 damage. Doesn't mine... Oh, that's right. This is a Varun weapon that I got at the end of the game. Every 4th shot fires 2 projectiles at once. I haven't used this thing at all. Experiment A7, Helen's Cutter, Justifier. Don't know why I have this. My smart gun does 15 damage. Fire rate of 350.
The Great Serpent will deliver us from this.
Okay, so yeah, it is just a minigun. I mean, it's cool. But at the same time, I've got a better... I mean, I can see if I can upgrade it, maybe. I actually forgot I got this thing. I mean... It doesn't do very good damage. But it's a Varun... Actually, I think I had this equipped at the start of the game. At the start of the stream. And then I just sort of, forgot about it. I just immediately hot swapped to a different gun. .242 meters. Am I going the right way again? Okay, I am. We are approaching his position rapidly. In fact, I think I see him. Though that's definitely not 130 meters. Maybe not. You know what? That's not bad, actually. Each consecutive hit deals more damage. 25% increase in attack speed. I mean, that's not... That's actually an interesting combo. I'm definitely not geared for melee damage.
There is no one I would rather... If I can take a few things.
Let's see. Do you want 181? %10 damage against humans. Destroys the armor. I don't remember why I have most of these things. Why do I have two 1911s in my inventory? Unmitigated violence. Yeah, I remember this gun. See, even she has a minigun. Why is she using this thing of all... You know what? You are going to go melee. Or... You're gonna go minigun.
I will be thinking about you.
Alright, let's go down this cliff. Is that correct? 64 meters. 67 meters. Uh-oh. Did I find a hole in the planet? No. Maybe the first time. I found a hole in, Halo Infinite. If you remember that. Look at me. I am the Skyrim horse now. Okay, so he's up on the cliff somewhere. It was a mistake to jump down. But I'm living with it.